Thanks, Kenny. A very, very wide betting market, about 6.5 to 1 the field. Hawke's Peak is favourite at 13 to 2, 6.5 to 1, which is a very, very wide betting market. Shows it's an even field. Here are the prices. Balmoral Bow, just a little bit shorter with bookie, seems fair odds, 7 to 1. Stephen King has got them out on Balmoral Bow. Lord Regent is a 14 to 1 chance. Marmur, my pick, it's around about his right price. It's a hard race, an open race. Marmur is by Bletchingley, trained by David Hayes. It'll run a heck of a race, I'm pretty sure of that. Our Dawn Star likes the wet, is at 9 to 1, Simon Marshall, the jockey. The track is slow in Melbourne. Wet all over Australia pretty well today. Draft Choice at 11 to 1, the exciting win last week, if you remember, come from near last. He's at 11 to 1, Patrick Payne, the jockey. Marabou's Phantom at 20 to 1, Blame 11 to 1. Very, very even field. DB Keen 20 to 1, Hawke's Peak favourite on the tote, 6.5 to 1 or 13 to 2. Dean Nikolic is the jockey. Top Walk at 25 to 1, Pilger 15 to 1. Then down to Tenacious Prince at 50 to 1. Universal Ambition is at 11 to 1. La Jugar, a little bit under the odds there, at 8 to 1. Enrawilla is the jockey. Blue at the top is a scratch this morning. And Something Wicked, nice name for a horse. S. O'Donnell, that's not Simon, incidentally. He's a bit big to be a jockey. He might be Something Wicked. Something Wicked is at 8 to 1 and well in commission. As you can see, they're just behind the barriers there at Flemington, running a little bit late. They should just about be all lined up by now, but they're starting to take their places. That's Lord Regent going forward. And from here on in, it should only be a minute or two before they're all in their places. As you can see, there's just a few horses to the outside to be placed, and they'll be ready to go in this year's Winter Championship final, which, of course, is the first leg of the Darley Double on the Victorian TAB. OK, they all look in. Here's our caller, John Russell.
They're off. And Top Walk, one of the first to jump out with La Jugar and Blame dropping back sharply along the inside, being passed by Hawke's Peak, and Balmoral Bow got out well, so did Marmur. And they were followed up on the outside by Something Wicked, and DB Can is going very fast up towards the lead, followed by Pilger. And a bit further back there is Balmoral Bow, Our Dawn Star back behind them, followed by Lord Regent. Over on the outside, Tenacious Prince, followed closely by Marabou's Phantom, and Universal Ambition is last of all. 1,200 metres left to go. DB Can, the leader by a half length. The Draft Choice is now second. A length further back is Something Wicked, being followed by Top Walk over on the inside of Marmur. In behind them, Lord Regent, followed by Tenacious Prince. A length further back is Hawke's Peak, and going around them on the outside there at the head of the others came Marabou's Phantom, followed then by Pilger. Over on the rails, La Jugar. Balmoral Bow's got well back, followed by Our Dawn Star, Universal Ambition, and Blame is last of all as they come up in the direction of the home turn. It's DB Can by a length for Something Wicked. A length and a half Marmur on the outside of Draft Choice. In behind them, Top Walk is gaining ground. They're followed by Lord Regent to the outside. Further back, Tenacious Prince, followed by Hawke's Peak, and back behind them, Balmoral Bow. Blame is last into the straight. Next to last is Our Dawn Star. They're homeward bound, coming to the 450 metre mark, and DB Can, the leader. Top Walk is getting a run on the inside. Marmur is coming at them quickly. They're followed by Draft Choice, looking for a run and getting right up on the inside, finishing well as Our Dawn Star, La Jugar. Then Balmoral Bow from a long way back with Hawke's Peak, and down the outside, Marabou's Phantom. But Marmur has kicked clear inside the final 200 metres. Finishing very fast is Hawke's Peak, and Balmoral Bow down the outside. Marmur is the leader. Balmoral Bow on the outside, and Hawke's Peak. Balmoral Bow. Balmoral Bow's won it by a long neck to Hawke's Peak. Marmur is third. Then La Jugar. Next to finish would be Top Walk, Our Dawn Star, followed by Marabou's Phantom and Blame. Then Lord Regent, DB Can, followed by Draft Choice. Further back with Pilger, Universal Ambition, and Something Wicked. And the last home is Tenacious Prince.
570 and 240. Hawke's Peak 290 and Marmur $4.20. AFL matches.
Race 6 at Randwick is the Calvary Cup Welter. Ken Callender has an early market.
Yeah, thanks very much, Kenny. The Calvary Cup. The Calvary is a hospital at Cogra in New South Wales, and all the nuns are here today, one of them to sash the winner. Who will it be? Moville Peter is at 5 to 1, getting out now to 11 to 2. Instrumentals the other way, 6 is into 11 to 2. Now, this is my tip, Many Hands. I hope she's good enough. She seems very well weighted to me. She's at 9 to 1. Well Chilled, number 4, is getting out a little bit to about 7 to 2 now, 3.5 to 1. Africana is at 6, Balance of Power 25. Ruquin at 20 to 1. Favourite on the tote is Maxims, about 3.25 to 1. 60 to 1 Tudor Envoy. Direct Sale and Willie Teller Scratchings. And 16 to 1 Wally's Choice. Back to Max.
Yes, looks like live.
From England, and congratulations on a great job covering the wonderful Wimbledon Championship for 1993. Well, now we come to the Calvary Cup at Randwick, and the runners are behind the gates. Calvary Hospital, of course, in the Sydney suburb of Cogra, is very, very well known. It's a 96-bed hospital conducted under the auspices of the Department of Health, but it's actually run by the Sisters of the Little Company of Mary, who do a wonderful job for terminally ill patients. And Ken, I believe there's a fundraising activity going on here today at Randwick with quite a number of the Calvary Hospital people in the Vista Room, as a matter of fact, directly under our broadcasting point.
Yes, John, I've brought some raffle tickets and I'll be able to afford to pay for them if many hands can win this. Let's look at the prices. Movil Peter is at 7 to 1. Few changes. Instrumental keeps coming in into 7 to 2 now, $4.50. I'm on many hands, 8 to 1. That's nice odds. Well Chilled is a 4 to 1 chance out to 9 to 2. Africana is at 6 to 1. 25 Balance of Power. Ruquin at 16 to 1. About 3 1/4 to 1 Maxims. Favourite on the tote, about 4.30, just ahead of Instrumental. Tudor Envoy is a 50 to 1 chance. The next two were scratched. And Wally's Choice at $15 or odds of 14 to 1. That's Instrumental on centre screen now. TAB number 2 with Premier jockey Kevin Moses in the saddle. Instrumental showing $4.50 a win and $2 a place, and going up to take his position in the barrier. John, he could even get his own way in front here, Instrumental.
Yes, Ken, and he'll be hard to run down if he does get his own way in front. I was just thinking the most inappropriately named horse in the race is Well Chilled, who, despite having a name like that, is sweating up rather noticeably as they move into the stalls. Now, there's Tudor Envoy going up, and that leaves only Wally's Choice. Tudor Envoy goes in. Rider of Ruquin is still clinging to one of the uprights. He hasn't got back into the saddle as yet. He's doing that now. And Wally's Choice moves up to complete the line. They're all set now for the Calvary Cup. Named after that famous hospital in the Sydney suburb of Cogra. The gates open, they're off and running. Balance of Power and Movil Peter both a little slow to move at the start. Instrumental bobbed out in front and he looks like leading. Ruquin jumped away well, so did Maxims and Well Chill, followed by Africana. Many hands will settle down midfield, and then Movil Peter, Tudor Envoy, followed by Wally's Choice, and Balance of Power back to last in the run to the first turn. Kevin Moses on Instrumental is in front, rating the horse beautifully, and led by a length to Well Chilled, with Tudor Envoy, or rather Africana, going up now into a clear-cut second. A length and a half to Ruquin on the inside of Maxims, followed by Tudor Envoy travelling deep on the outside of Many Hands and Movil Peter. 2 lengths away Wally's Choice, and 2 1/2 to Balance of Power last of all. Moses going just fast enough on Instrumental to make sure they leave him alone over the crossing, led by a bit more than 2 lengths to Well Chilled on the inside of Africana. 1 1/2 to Maxims. Tudor Envoy on the outside. On the fence Ruquin, followed by Many Hands, Movil Peter. 2 to Wally's Choice and 2 1/2 to Balance of Power as they come to the corner. 600 out, the baldy-faced Instrumental, the leader. Africana getting closer with on the outside of them now, Tudor Envoy. Well Chilled on the fence, waiting for a run, followed by Ruquin, and then Maxims, Many Hands, followed by Movil Peter as they come over the rise. Instrumental, the leader. Moses still sitting quietly, is clear of Well Chilled as they top the hill, followed by Africana, and then Ruquin and Many Hands coming down the extreme outside. Instrumental in front at the 200 mark over Ruquin on the fence, running a bit of a race. Wally's Choice is getting home well, but Instrumental still in front with 100 to go. Wally's Choice on his inside is the danger, if any. Wally's Choice finishing far the better, and Wally's Choice outsprinted them in the last little bit to beat Ruquin second. Instrumental knocked up in the last 50 metres third. Then Well Chilled and Movil Peter, followed by Many Hands, Maxims, Africana, well back Tudor Envoy, and last of all is Balance of Power.
Well, he was too strong, Wally's Choice. That's him in the yellow. Instrumental that had an absolute bludge in front. I thought he was a certainty here, but he turned it up. He couldn't go on with it. Wally's Choice getting up inside him in the yellow, and inside him in the red was Ruquin. The winner, TAB number 12, Wally's Choice. There he goes to the line for Craig Carmody. Will pay $14 or upwards of $14 the win, and $3.70 for the place. Number 7, Ruquin, will be second, will pay $4.10. And third, Instrumental, TAB number 2, will pay $1.70. We'll have that final dividend shortly on the Wide World of Sports. In the meantime, back to Maxi.
Thanks very much, Kenny. Now, who are the world's best?
Let's check the dividends. 12, 7 and 2. The numbers: Wally's Choice $14.80 and $3.70. Ruquin got second, $4.10, and Instrumental third, $1.70.